Oswal and Ramdev Agrawal families. And I welcome our board members, faculty, staff, students, and distinguished guests. We are here this morning to inaugurate the Motilal Executive Education Center. This is the largest project at ISB since its founding. It's also our biggest building after the Academic Center. Like the Academic Center, this will be a place where magic happens. ISB has always created beautiful learning spaces, and this center is in keeping with that spirit. Inspiring buildings shape how we learn. They bring out the best in teachers. They bring out the best in students. Those who study here will go on to make a big difference in the world. They will take the spirit of this place into the world with them. ISB was founded on the belief that India needs strong institutions to fulfill its potential. Today we were just speaking to the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, who was talking about their government's plan to start 100 fully residential schools in Telangana. We in ISB, sir, would like to offer our help in whatever way we can. From the start of ISB, we showed that it is possible when governments, philanthropists, businesses, and universities work together. Today carries that tradition forward. The government of Telangana has stood by us in our aspirations. The generous gift from the Motilal Oswal Foundation strengthens our belief in what ISB can achieve. We are deeply grateful to all those who made this possible and excited for what lies ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dean Pilutla, for that warm welcome and for sharing the vision behind the center. May I now invite the dignitaries on stage to light the ceremonial lamp. Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, sir. Thank you for gracing this moment. May the light we have just lit continue to guide our collective journey in education and leadership. I now invite Dr. Pramatraj Sinha, founding Dean of the Indian School of Business and a member of the Executive Board of ISB, to say a few words. Pramat does not need an introduction to this audience or most audiences. I think it's safe to say that when history is written about modern collective philanthropy-led education institutions in India in 30, 40 years from now, Pramat's name will be at the very top. Pramat, please.
Shri Mallu Garu, Dean Pilutla, Motilal Oswal ji, Nitin and friends. Happy Teachers' Day first to everyone. This is a very opportune day to be inaugurating this building. I don't want to take up too much time. All I want to say is that the mission that we started off on nearly 25, actually now 30 years ago, to build this institution is still very much alive and living. At that time, we felt India was going to need lots and lots of management leaders, and that India should also be a thought leader around the world. We were motivated by the fact that why should people have to go only abroad to get a high quality education in the field of management? Of course, the IIMs were there, but the seats were limited. And also, why should we only be reading papers and books written by foreign academics? I think 25 years later, that is still true. I think India now needs even more leaders. I think the need for management education in this country is even greater, and if we are going to be a Viksit Bharat, we will have to ramp up the quality of education and the number of educational institutions in this country. In that endeavor, I think we were already feeling the limits of the infrastructure that we had on campus. As you know, we are one of the largest executive education programs in this side of the world. And I must tell you, it's one of the largest programs in the world, not in terms of the revenues we earn, but also in number of people we train every year. So it's remarkable that we have now going to see a huge step up in the capacity, not just at ISB, but for India, in terms of executive education and leadership training. We are all at the board and as founders very excited that this is a significant step in our journey and our mission. I do want to say that we are also very grateful to Motilal Oswal ji, the entire family, Ramdev ji and the family for this very generous contribution. It is significant that this is the single largest contribution that any entity has made. You know, you all applauded because I said the single largest, but you will applaud even more because Motilal ji, when he saw the classroom, said that his first class was under a tree, where the only light was a sunlight. So you've now created many more classrooms for many generations to get educated in, and that's the remarkable story of you and generations of Indians who are changing the world. Thank you very much on behalf of the board and all of us at ISB for making this wonderful contribution. I just want to end by saying this facility is also a benchmark. I've been involved in building buildings. I don't think buildings will stop in my life. But the truth is that today we've really set a new benchmark. ISB has always been a pioneering institution. We always felt that it should be an institution that should set new benchmarks. I think in terms of the facility, the classrooms, this space, I think we are again setting a new benchmark in education in this country. I want to congratulate all the teams that have worked very hard on doing this. I don't want to single you out, but you are all here. Even today, executing projects in India is not easy. So congratulations to everyone. And I then want to also congratulate Guru and the development team for working so closely with the Motilal Oswal Foundation to bring in this contribution, and also to Maharshi and the team there. Thank you all very much, and again congratulations on this wonderful occasion.
Thank you, Pramad. I think, Pramad's book is an idea whose time has come about ISB, but it's also his speech now is a reminder of how ideas can transform into institutions, and institutions are never bound by time. Institutions outlast all of us, and therefore your reminder today is something that's very important. Thank you very much. We'll now present a very short film that captures the vision and the essence and the purpose behind the Motilal Oswal Executive Center. If I can request my colleagues to have the video on. Thank you.
What began as a vision has now taken shape as a world-class center for leadership, learning, and limitless possibilities. The Motilal Oswal Executive Center at the Indian School of Business.
India is a country getting global, going to superpower with now fourth largest economy in the world. It is becoming extremely important for the right talent to be produced to our country. I think it's very, very critical for the country's growth towards absolutely having large number of well-trained people.
Conceived as a beacon of leadership and innovation, this center was designed to bridge academia and industry, a dedicated hub where ideas meet execution and leaders prepare for the future.
This is a very important day. In our 25th year, that we get a gift as big as this is an honor for us. So thank you again. Thank you very much.
Spread over 1.9 lakh square feet, the Motilal Oswal Executive Centre offers an environment for dialogue, discovery and decision-making. State-of-the-art classrooms seat more than 700 participants, supported by flexible meeting rooms, collaborative workspaces, and an exclusive faculty lounge designed for seamless exchange.
For us at ISB, executive education is a very important pillar that supports the institution and is going to take the institution forward. And this is a massive investment in expanding our executive education capacity at the Hyderabad campus. In the mission of training India's future leaders, especially working professionals, and not just India but across Asia and across the world, this is a big expansion and a scale up for ISB.
With this centre, ISB expands its capacity to deliver cutting-edge executive education and leadership programs, creating a dynamic platform for talent, research and industry engagement.
ISB has come up in last 25 years Center of Excellence in Management Education in India, and it has also become one of the leading institutions in the world.
The Motilal Oswal Executive Centre, where vision meets possibility and leadership for tomorrow takes shape today.
That was indeed a powerful glimpse into what the center represents, a bridge between academia, industry and leadership. I want to invite Mr. Motilal Oswal, but before I do that, I think a couple of things that I want to share. There's no formal introduction because everybody knows about him. You read about him. But I think two things that stand out for me, sir. One is, and this is something that the Dean and I were talking about him and Mr. Ramdev Agarwal a few days ago, saying, what does it take for someone to come from the kind of humble backgrounds that Pramod just mentioned now, to go on to become such a lovely wealth creator and also have this passion to distribute wealth. I think perhaps little recognized this fact that both of them, Mr. Ramdev Agarwal and Mr. Motilal Oswal, have publicly pledged a significant amount of their holdings into philanthropy. I think that's a very, very rare thing that we find. Pramod mentioned that we did a good job, but I have to say all credit goes to Mr. Oswal, because last year when we first started the conversation, here was a donor who was saying, "Aap itna time kyun laga rahe ho?" So this is very rare when someone says, "I want to give out money for a good cause," and is saying, "You guys are taking a lot of time." So this was, I just also wanted to say that because it's very rare you find those qualities in an individual, and we are very fortunate that you're actually giving this gift to us at ISB, sir. May I please invite you to say a few words? Thank you.
Honorable Deputy Chief Minister Malu Garu Sahab, Dean Professor Madan, ISB Chairman Nitin, Dr. Pramod, Founding Dean, Kumar, and all the friends. It's really a great moment for me to be here with you in a beautiful place for which I was aspiring how fast and how soon I can come here and see the place in life. So first of all, thank you Professor Madan and especially Kumar for working with us to make sure that this whole place become active as soon as possible. I come from an investment world, and when we think about investments, we think about making money. But when I look at the power of money, it's not only in creating wealth, but how do we make sure that we share the same wealth with the people so that the future generation can get benefit from our experiences. I strongly believe that the society has given us so much, especially when I look at my own background. I have studied in hostels created by the philanthropist. I've studied in colleges. And I'm one of the biggest beneficiary of the power of education. So that makes us to think that can we at least give something back, a small portion of what I got back to the society for the purpose of education. So when I look at investments, I think the definition of investment can be expanded when you say that investment in education give you the best returns. And that's what the objective for Motilal Oswal Foundation has been, that can we work with world-known institutions like ISB to create the institutions for the country. Because the institution like ISB has created fantastic talent here. You can see the alumni working as the chief secretary or principal secretary to the Honorable Deputy CM. I think yeah, he's there. Yeah, he's there. So he's the ISB product. Yeah. So this is the power of ISB. Can we get hundreds of people like him who work for the society, who work in businesses, who work for the NGOs? And my own philosophy is learn, earn and return. I think ISB is the platform where we can learn. Of course, I have learned here. In fact, I had come here about 25 years back for a corporate training program. And when I saw these institutions, I never thought I'll be able to give something back to the institution, but I was really inspired that India has created such a beautiful institutions. So we can learn here, we can earn here through the power of knowledge we earn here, and these are the places we can return something back. So this is a beautiful place to learn, earn and return. And we at Foundation, we strongly believe in giving while you are living. Give while you live. Because a lot of people, they create foundations and don't know what happens after them. We have, all of us, we know that we have limited life. Can we see the fruits of our giving in front of our eyes? And that's the kind of pleasure and joy you see, you can't get it anywhere. I've made a lot of money, but the kind of joy I'm getting when I see these kinds of institutions being created, it's fantastic. That's limitless. So thank you ISB for giving us this opportunity, and I'm sure it will inspire not only me but many others people to really invest into many institutions. Motilal Oswal Foundation has been working very actively with India's, apart from ISB, India's best institutions. We have worked with IIT Bombay, IIM Mumbai, we have worked with IIT Raipur, Mumbai, we are working with ISB. We are working with a lot of institutions to make sure that we help India's best institutions in creating India's best talent for future. This is the place where leaders are made and future leaders will be created. And India needs leaders at every field, at political level, at business level, at social level. And if we have the right kind of leaders with values, passion and hunger, I think nobody can stop the country like ours. Thank you very much.
You can trust an investor to remind us of the power of compounding. Thank you, sir. I think he also made a reference to Krishna Bhaskar, an alumnus of the school, class of 2009. I know a lot of alums are here today. Our president of the Alumni Association, Prashant, is here today, but I just want to acknowledge Krishna Bhaskar, who's the first alum from the school who joined the IAS after ISB. We have had a few bureaucrats who have come mid-career, but Krishna said, after ISB, I'll work in the corporate for a year. Then he said, I'll take the UPSC. He got the police service, but he said, I want to do something better. So he got the IAS. Thank you, Krishna. Because you mentioned about the kind of alumni that ISB produces. And in some sense, as Mr. Oswal reminded us, and Mr. Agarwal also, when he was here a couple of months, he said, we came here in 2002, 2003. And this idea was very audacious. And today, 24 years later, they're part of this idea. They're sort of seeding this to grow even more. So thank you so much, sir. May I now invite the dignitaries on stage to unveil a plaque which will symbolize the formal inauguration of the Motilal Oswal Center. I'm also going to request the family members of MO to please join us there as well. Sir, please. Can we give another round of applause? It's a very historic moment at the Indian School of Business. I also want to particularly acknowledge the family members as well, because somebody starts this legacy, but you also need the family to, come forward and support it in the same spirit. So thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now my honor to invite Shri Bhatti Vikramarka Mallugaru, the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister of Telangana, to address us. There's formal, I can say he's a MLA representing so-and-so constituency. He's someone who is a highly respected statesman and a people's leader. He's always been a very strong voice for inclusive growth, social equity and empowerment through education. And that, I think, is something, there was a mention of Viksit Bharat, and in this state, we are talking of Telangana rising in 2047. You need leaders with that kind of vision to carry the state forward. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us today. Request you to please address us. Thank you.
Sri Madan Pillutlaji, the Dean, ISP, and the distinguished guests on the dais, Pramad Sinha, Founding Dean, ISP, Sri Motilal Oswal ji, Sri Nitin Paranjip ji, and other distinguished guests, and the continuous learning process all over the country, might be all over the world. People might have come. All the participants, a very good morning to all of you. It is both an honor and a joy to stand here at the Indian School of Business to inaugurate the Motilal Oswal Executive Center, an edifice of ambition and aspiration. Especially on this way, very aptly to chosen date, Teachers' Day. I think it's a time for us to remember good old teachers right from Socrates Plato, Aristotle, Rabindranath Tagore, to the present teachers, those who are all teaching you and teaching to us also. So once again, I say Happy Teachers' Day wherever we are, whatever the heights we reach. That is all because of the teachers who taught our knowledge and the values also, what we are contributing to the society. Today, we celebrate a gesture that goes beyond philanthropy. The support of the Motilal Oswal Foundation is not just a donation. It is a statement of faith in knowledge, in leadership, and in our collective future. We often say that governments build roads, but it is visionary philanthropy that builds gateway to learning. Thank you, Mr. Oswalji, for opening such a gateway. ISB itself is a proof of what such gateways can achieve. Still, young in years, but already towering in reputation. It has married global standards with local relevance. Executive education is not about learning the alphabet again. It is about sharpening confidence and rediscovering that the flywheel of feedback and execution must never stop. Friends, it is a belief that is self-fulfilling. Leaders who come here not only keep pace, they often redefine it. I am told that last year alone ISB trained over 6,000 professionals through nearly 200 programs. Those numbers speak louder than any praise I can add. The government of Telangana has found in ISB not just an institution, but a partner. From training our health officials to conducting independent studies on handlooms, elections, or the metro rail, ISB has consistently shown how research can shape policy. Most importantly, the Center for Analytical Finance is helping us craft our Telangana Raising 2047 vision. Our effort to sculpt a $3 trillion economy. Together we are turning policy into a promise and promise into progress. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in times when disruption is the norm. Digitization, sustainability, equitable growth. None of these challenges can be solved in silos. Government brings policy and vision, industry brings resources and execution, and academia brings knowledge and research. When the three come together, a real transformation happens. This is what the ISB is doing. That is why this new executive center is more than a building. It can be the crucible where classrooms, boardrooms, and government offices meet, and where ideas are forged into solutions. The decade ahead in District for India, Telangana with institutions like ISB and initiatives like Young India intends not just to join this transformation but to lead. And this center spread across nearly 2 lakh square feet, I think somewhere around 1.8 lakhs square feet, with lecture halls, discussion spaces, and quiet corners for reflection will stand as an anchor for that ambition. As we inaugurate this center, let us also inaugurate a new era of collaboration, where the state, academia, and industry move together to shape India's destiny. Telangana will walk this path with conviction, ensuring that education is not only about producing professionals but also about shaping leaders for society and for humanity. May this center be a lighthouse for future generations, guiding them towards excellence, equity, and innovation. Allow me also a small request, Ms. Oswal ji. While today we inaugurate a center, Telangana is building something even larger under the Young India banner, a skill universities, integrated residential school, Young India integrated residential schools, and even a sports university. These are not projects of cement and brick alone. They are investments in the dream of a new generation. The Skills University already operational has trained hundreds of students in its very first year itself. Its permanent campus in the future city will rise by 2025, alongside 104 integrated residential schools are being built in the first phase with an investment of over 20,800 crores, and each school not less than 25 acres campus to nurture talent holistically from academics to competitive exams. Your support, whether through mentorship, funding, or partnerships, could multiply their impact and extend the spirit of nation building that we celebrate today. And if I may end with a thought, this center will remind us of simple truth. No matter how senior we get, there is always more to learn, and sometimes the best leaders are simply the best students. My hope is that this center will train not only MBAs and CEOs, but problem solvers who make India proud. If along the way they remind us that learning never really ends, well, I might have to enroll myself. See, Dean Madanji, I hope you are listening. Friends, and you are all very fortunate. The way you are, the kind of facilities, the kind of classrooms what you are all getting, and the teaching faculty is something exceptional good. I remember my classroom, how it used to be. While I entered, I was trying to find out what is the cost of the classroom, how much that you spent. They were trying to tell me somewhere around 1.5 crore to 2.5 crores each classroom. I really envy. I know when I started my education, I come from a single teacher school with a single classroom up to 5th class in a Telugu medium. And the learning was not even a slate. It was in the sand. My teacher used to teach us in the sand how to write A. From there, today I have seen the classroom, totally digitalized classrooms, which is costing and not less than 1.5 crore. That's why I feel that you're all very fortunate and you got a great opportunity to study these kind of campuses and with a great teachers. And I fully appreciate the ISP, particularly Madanji, who was taking all the pains to develop this institution with a great spirit and moving all the corners, taking the help not only from the governments, even from the private industries and financial institutions to get the assistance and build the university, the campus to give to the nation through by imparting the knowledge to the students like you. Tomorrow, you are the future of this country. You are building, you're going to build the country with all your ideas and policy, taking the part in the policy decisions. As far as Telangana is concerned, but now as a Deputy Chief Minister of the Finance and Planning, I think I have to share with you things about what all that we are doing in the state. We have a lot of dreams about this state, and the state is a new state, saying it is trying to stand on its own feet with lots of dreams and aspirations. You are aware, though it is a new state, the state is having highest merits also for the development and taking the states to the heights like a rising Telangana. The kind of outer ring road is a boon for us. The kind of institutions like ISP, Hyderabad Central University, IIT, number of engineering colleges, universities are giving good human resources to the world-class institutions here to set up an industry also. Like software industry, pharma industry. All these things are today coming, it is all because of the institutions like ISP only. It is because that these kind of institutions are giving the good human resources, knowledgeable human resources to their requirements, so they are all coming and eyeing towards Hyderabad. And definitely we all, proud of the institutions like you, and we thank from the government side also to the institution like ISP. And our dream is to build, our concentration is to spend more and more on essential services like education and health. And today, state of Telangana is spending, I think nobody might have dreamt it also, like, starting at a time, 104 schools, which is costing, each school is costing around 200 crores, with not less than 25 acres campus, with all extracurricular activities, English medium, and not less than any corporate school. At the same time, skills university, like taking the industry as a partners of the university, asking the industry to design the syllabus, and the same syllabus is taught in those skills university, and the moment they get educated from that university, they'll immediately jump into the employment. And also other universities, existing university like Osmania University, and a university which is only exclusively meant for women, Veeranari Chakale Ailamma, who fought for this Telangana movement during the time of peasants' armed struggle. And we named after her the university, and we have sanctioned this year itself 500 crores to build the capital, the buildings for the university. We believe in investing in education is investing for the state. So my request to the Dean and to the Oswal ji also, please visit our Skills University also once, where Anand Mahindra ji is the chairman of the Board of Governors. And even I extend my invitation to visit our dean also, to visit our schools where we have already started construction. So that if there are any other changes are required, you can also make suggestions to, in the initial stage, we can include those things also in the institutions. I particularly request the ISB, whatever you are teaching, that teaching has to be helpful to the state of Telangana also. The people who are all learning here, I request all of you, just keep it in mind, whatever the knowledge that you are gaining, it is all because of the Telangana state on the soil of this Telangana. So in your life, please do something for the growth of the state where we have so many dreams and we want to compete, not the states of this country. We want to compete the world. That is all our dream. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your inspiring words and more importantly for your vote of confidence in support to ISB on behalf of the government of Telangana. I'm sure the Dean will very favorably consider your suggestion to him about admission into one of our programs, though I think he will always say this, and I'll say this publicly, that he has nothing to do with admissions. However, you did speak earlier about designing some programs. I think it's something that we welcome. We are very happy to work with you, sir. Thank you so much. We want to bring this very lovely morning to an end, but it is only possible when you thank some key people who are involved with this entire effort. As we celebrate this inauguration, we have to acknowledge with gratitude so many people who have contributed to this. And it's really, if I really have to end up doing that, it's going to be a very long, lengthy affair. But I want to start with one set of people. What we are in today is a lovely structure, a facility now full of life. But 2-3 years ago, it's just a barren land. There are many Shramikas who have worked, and we are now going to invite a few of them to come on stage and receive a memento from the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister. May I invite our colleagues to bring them onto stage, please. Go. Kanhaiya Kumar. सूजी पीछे से दे दो उपेंद्र राम, मोहम्मद रोशन आलम, and Y Renuka. Thank you, sirs. I think we wanted to do this as a symbolic gesture because it is their hard work and effort that gives us the comfort to be here today. I also want to acknowledge, so you can have a seat, please. Thank you. We want to also acknowledge the architects, the engineers and planners who have turned this vision into a reality, our vendors and partners who have worked with dedication, and also the various agencies of the government of Telangana and regulators, and in particular officials from TGISA. I know some of you are here. Thank you very much for your guidance and support to us through this entire process. A special word of appreciation and thanks to our own projects team, operations, IT, commercials, and many others. I am sort of always worried that I'll miss out a few people because I have to be here tomorrow and they'll see me and say, you didn't mention our name. I'm asking for forgiveness in advance, but a lot of you who have worked towards getting this facility up and running, but importantly, those who feel that it's missed out, remember the work has actually started today in maintaining and running this facility. May I now request Dr. Pramatraj Sinha to present a shawl to the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister on behalf of all of us. This wasn't scripted, but we have another shawl. I'm going to request Mr. Nitin Paranjpe, who's the chairman of Hindustan Unilever and a member of the board, to present a memento to the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister. Madan, please. I'm going to request Dean Pilutla to present a memento to Mr. Motilal Oswal. Sir, on please. Nitin, please come. I think you saw two master classes today, one by Mr. Oswal on the power of investing. I think equally what is probably didn't go unnoticed is the very quick elevator pitch by the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister as well. So there's a lot for all of us to learn, and as Mr. Oswal said, the philosophy of learn, earn and return. On that very wonderful note, thank you everyone. I know a lot of our friends from friends of ISB from the city, industry leaders, from the diplomatic missions, alumni, students, our staff, faculty, all of you are here. Thank you very much for joining us today. And there will be volunteers here to show you around the facility. This is like a Gruha Pravesham, so there is high tea upstairs, but the high tea is only possible after you see the facility. So thank you very much everyone.
Sorry to take the mic again. When I was Deputy Speaker in the combined state, I think I asked the ISB to give a training classes to our legislators. And now once again, I just wanted to request the Dean because my Chief Minister Revanth Reddy Garu he believes in continuous learning, and my legislator affairs minister also. So both of them have been thinking about how best that we can train our legislators in serving the society. So I request the Dean to design a course for 5-day course, 5-day or 7-day course for the legislators. Thank you.
May I request all the audience to be seated till the dignitaries leave, please.